time for Cigar Talk, the fastest growing cigar show in the nation. Whether you're a new cigar enthusiast or a cigar aficionado, we have something for everyone, bringing you the best interviews, cigar reviews, and weekly giveaways. So grab yourself a cigar.
It's time to light 'em up.
Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We do have the one, the only, Bryant Falconer in the studio. How you doing today, Bryant?
Hey, man, I'm doing good,
So, what have you been up to this week, man? I know you've been doing a little traveling.
Yeah, went down to Killeen to chill with my kids, man.
Nice.
4th of July weekend.
Oh, what did y'all do for the 4th? Y'all do some cooking?
Barbecue.
Who did the cooking?
I didn't.
Oh.
I was a guest.
Hey, you know.
When you're a guest, I'm not walking in messing with nobody's grill. I don't know what you do with your grill. You know, some people use gas and all that other stuff. Charcoal
What do you use?
Charcoal and wood.
Yeah, that's when I used to cook. I don't do it anymore, man. It's just too much work.
That's the beauty of it.
No,
that's the beauty of it.
You know what's the beauty? When I hand somebody a handful of cash and they hand me a big old bag of barbecue, that's beautiful. Especially if they're good
lazy,
at it.
Man. That's lazy, man. That's you and them 37 naps a day.
Hey, you know what? That's the same thing. Like, do you mow your own lawn?
Not now.
Exactly. No. Why? Because you lazy?
No, knee surgery.
Exactly.
No, you wanted to be lazy, but no, knee surgery.
Because I'm helping somebody out.
Yeah.
You
I can understand that too. Job security.
Right.
Job security.
So,
gotcha.
Hey, let's talk about what we're smoking.
Most definitely. I'm smoking a Caldwell. I almost said it the way you said it, specific. It is a Pacific standard, like the ocean, not Pacific standard.
Nice. That's a good stick.
It is, man. It really
is. That was from Sean.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sean.
And I truly appreciate it, Sean.
Sean's really blessed us this week.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I'm smoking a Padron 1964 85th anniversary family reserve.
He had to outdo everybody.
Good stick. Well, this is a new stick for me. I've had, and I'm telling you right now that this is getting close to being my new favorite Padron, just shy of the 1926 Maduro. The 85th anniversary. And, I mean, for $22, it's a value.
Okay.
I think it is.
Okay.
And so
I've never had one, so I might try one.
I got you.
Just to see.
So what else you been doing this week?
Hey, man, work.
How's that going?
Good. Finally got the position filled.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you get somebody qualified?
Most definitely. I got a person that came in. Age didn't define them. You know, the person interviewed so well it astonished me. You know, because we asked specific questions to kind of gauge your ability, how you handle yourself in situations, and for this young person to give me situation, outcome, feedback, and, certain ones where she had to transition, it blew my mind because I hadn't heard it in the other 12 that I interviewed for the position. It really blew my mind.
It's always nice when you find talent.
Talent, man. And then for the person to be as young as they were. So that just really just blew my mind. But hey, it has to be.
I hear you.
They're the next generation, so we need some that are
I know. Hey, trust me, I do know. Hey, so I want to talk about Moose Mountain Goods coffee for a minute. So, I enjoy the coffee they make, but, and this is not a negative, but the coffee they make is more of a medium roast, not a full-blown dark roast like we really like. So I had a meeting with them earlier this week.
Okay.
And so I'm going to work with them, and we're going to come up with
a dark roast.
A dark roast that's perfect for cigars.
Okay.
And so I don't know how long this process takes, but I'm going to go to the coffee roaster location, and we're going to roast, and we're going to grind
and taste.
And
that's going to be the best part for you, the taste.
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And
I can see you coming out and jumping off the roofs.
I'm going to take 3-4 different cigars and actually help blend a dark roast coffee.
Now that is going to be amazing.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
And
I'd love to see you afterwards, though.
But you know what? Yeah.
250-pound Peter Parker climbing off buildings.
Right. Hey,
building for building.
I appreciate the fact that you think I only weigh 250. So I think it'll be cool, though. But here's what I really appreciate about the guys over at Moose Mountain Goods. Because first of all, Ben, he smokes cigars on occasion.
Yeah.
He's not hardcore like we are.
True.
And here's the thing. If you're a hardcore cigar smoker, your palate wants a dark roast.
Almost definitely. Yeah.
Because it marries so well with a cigar. Now, I'll say this. I love their Ethiopian and their Costa Rican, but it is considerably lighter than the dark roast. Yeah. So, but I'm excited because I brought this to their attention and they're like, hey, come over. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Yeah. So we're going to come up with a coffee or two that's a dark roast, and I was thinking of some names for a dark roast so you know that it's a cigar coffee.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean?
They're going to allow you to name it.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to be allowed to be the sole namer.
Yes, they're going to have 4 or 5 filters in between you and the name of the
So, but what do you think? I was thinking like something like a double Maduro or triple Maduro.
Okay, if you're coming in that type of, okay. Because I know where your mind can go. That's where I was. I got to board the bus and come back from there.
No, these are good people.
Okay.
I have a filter. I do have a filter.
You're using that filter.
I use a filter when I'm with certain company. So, but I think it's awesome that they're going to let me come over there and do that with them so that we can have a product that cigar smokers love.
That marries and pairs perfectly with a cigar.
So we're going to be working on that. I met with him last week. He told me it would be 2 weeks before he's ready. He's got to get the right beans in.
Gotcha.
And so, anyway, we'll be updating as that progress works. I don't know how long that whole process takes. All I know is I'm going to be smoking and drinking coffee. So
and drinking coffee for free.
Yeah. Hey, you know me.
My favorite word.
Yeah, your favorite 4 letters.
Free. So
anyway, hey, well, let's talk about McAuliffe for just a minute. They're our sponsors. We're so honored to have those guys sponsor us. I actually met with Sam last week. I don't even think you knew, but he came up here and we went on a tour of the new shop. We told you that.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram also.
Yeah. So anyway, Sam came up and gifted me a couple of sticks.
Notice he said me, not us.
Well, that's true. Okay. He didn't gift you. He gifted me.
Okay.
And so it was the, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you then.
Uh-huh. Best not to.
Oh, man. So, no, I got to try a couple of a new Toro, Habano, and Maduro. And I'll tell you what, that Habano was really good. The Herencia and the Toro size, Maduro and the Habano. And let me tell you.
You would have to, because I didn't enjoy.
The Habano was good.
Okay.
And when I say good, I'm talking Medallia good.
I was just going to ask, Medallia good?
Yeah, you see the little sparkle in my eye. And I enjoyed the Maduro too. But the Habano had a lot of flavor.
Okay.
And, you know.
I'll have to take your word for it.
You know what? That's a good idea. So, anyway, if you guys haven't had the opportunity yet, and they're just now releasing these cigars.
I understand.
And, well, if you would have been there.
I always would have been.
You would have been there.
If I would have been.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about me. But
that's not true. Okay. That is so not true.
I understand.
Hey, let's talk a minute about let's talk a minute about what color is the new poker chip.
Oh, most definitely. You think about me.
I do think about you.
Things that can't be smoked and enjoyed.
Hey.
The new poker chip is purple.
Purple. That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because Bryant loves purple.
Hey, I love it. The frat, man.
That's right. So, anyway, you know, McAuliffe is doing so many things.
Most definitely.
And hopefully.
How are you on your passport?
I haven't started. I mean, I'm smoking McAuliffe
Yeah,
cigars.
but you're not taking the wrappers and doing it.
Right.
Yeah, got you.
Because
Okay.
I can't win.
I understand that too.
You can't win
I
either.
understand that. I totally understand it.
So,
I just want to enjoy.
did you see the Bill White one?
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome.
When they said we're going to make the first pull, and then they said, and I was like, wait a minute, is that the same?
Yes.
I was like, is that the same? Like, oh, cool.
I mean, of course, we don't know all the ambassadors,
Nope.
but I mean, that guy is solid.
Yes.
Bill White, man.
Yes.
I love hanging out and talk with that guy when we do the Herfs. But anyway, yeah, he was the first winner, man. I was super excited for him. So in case you guys don't know, McAuliffe has a passport program,
Yes.
and your participating brick and mortars have the passport books. I know you can get them at the Leaf.
Yeah.
And they also sell at the Leaf a sampler pack that has every
Yes.
cigar in the passport
Yes, it does.
except for the McAuliffe A,
Which is,
to be named
yes,
cigar that was named
Yep.
by the ambassadors.
We need
Here we go. Oh, the wrong one.
wrong sound effect out. Oh man, we gotta find a board,
Hey.
man. Oh my goodness.
Wrong button. But
What did you have? You had some.
dude,
How much Dickel have you had so far?
it's funny because somebody else said that this morning. I was like, dude, I was up late last night drinking. I didn't get up till 11 today. And Adam,
Oh, okay.
he said, too much Dickel? And I said, no. It was actually Rebel Yell 10 year.
Oh.
And then,
That's smooth though.
dude,
That
that's
is smooth.
oh, you had some of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I finished it off yesterday.
I can believe it.
And then we opened up the old Forester 1910. Great stuff. But anyway, about the passport. So, like at the Leaf, you can buy the sampler pack that has the entire core line. And then basically the way the passport works is you take off the cigar band and put it in the book to show that you smoked that cigar.
Correct.
And then once it's full, you send it into McAuliffe. And now you're entered into a drawing every month.
Every month.
And the prizes are awesome.
Most definitely.
I mean, you get a chance to go to Fort Worth, hang out at the HQ. You get a tour of the McAuliffe humidors, which
Yes.
I've done, and it's amazing.
You know, she said I again. He has a lot of I and me.
You know what? You weren't
No,
even
us-
on the show then.
Us and we.
You weren't even on the show back
Us
then.
and we.
So,
Yes, I was on the show. I just
no,
wasn't invited.
no, you weren't on the show then.
Just like with the dinner that he stole. I was on the show, but I wasn't invited.
What dinner?
Oh, you know what dinner?
No.
The one that Al bought that he didn't know he was going to buy.
No, you weren't even there.
I know I wasn't there.
You and Junior were driving up. So
Because you told us what time to get there. And, you know, the time had to be after the dinner, right?
hey, well, I also thought you were going to wear nicer clothes.
Communication.
Exactly.
Communication.
So anyway, definitely check out the passport program with McAuliffe because, man, a trip to the headquarters is amazing. But also, you have a drawing every month where they give $1,000 away for you to spend in your local shop.
Any way you want to.
Right. It can be on cigars. It can be on cutters, humidors.
But the shop has to sell McAuliffe
Right.
products. That's correct.
But that is a blessing to not only the winner, but to the brick and
Tell the
mortar.
truth. Tell the
And that's what I love about McAuliffe is they are always looking out for the consumer and partnership they have with the brick and mortars.
That's a community they hit the community on every level. And that's the beauty of it.
They really do.
They take care of the community on every level, starting from their own, you know, the Facebook page and Instagram, and not the cookie cutter responses. You know, you got Al sending in something every once in a while. Dan always answering everybody back when they send things in.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it's not cookie cutter. They show that they appreciate who we are.
They
And that's
are
what I love.
involved.
Most definitely.
And I mean, they're always. Did you see the video on the drawing? It was Amanda
Yeah,
and Al McAuliffe.
And that's where
So, I mean, even Al is involved.
the owner.
Yes.
The man.
Yes.
The man.
The man.
Yes, sir.
So, Anyway, well, let's get to our pick 6 this week.
Sir.
You got your 3. I'm going to let you go first.
He's going to throw me under the bus.
Hey.
You know what? I loved my first one, which was the Martinez Flatiron.
Oh, dude, great stick. Great stick. I almost took that out of your bag.
I'm glad you did. The Gloria Cubana Series R was my second.
Oh, nice. You hadn't smoked one of those in a while.
Wow. And I paired it with that wheat bourbon that I got when I was back home. Oh, bruh.
How was that?
That stuff was so good. It's smooth, man.
Wheat bourbon.
Yeah. That stuff was so smooth. And my number 3 would be the Room 101 Breakfast in Portugal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got that from Shub.
Yeah.
Shub.
Yeah. I think you used that one last week in your top 3. Mm-hmm. So did you get another one?
Yeah.
Where's mine? If you had 2.
See, this is how it goes.
Oh, I
when
see.
When you get blessed, he blesses me.
Hey, well, I'm glad to see somebody's blessing you.
Because you don't care. Yeah.
Oh,
I leave it alone because I got a purple chip now,
yeah. So this week, I'm going to start with the Juarez.
Okay.
I smoked one of those. You remember we had one of those in the pack a couple of months ago.
Yes, sir.
And I got to say, man, I smoked the Toro size. Mm-hmm. Great stick. I was super impressed with that stick, and I liked it in a bigger form factor as well. My next stick is the Jacob's Ladder by Southern Draw.
Jacob's Ladder.
Have you had that's the blue band?
No, I haven't.
Great stick. I mean, I was super impressed with it. It was the first time I'd had it.
Okay.
I picked one up when I was up in
Medium
Dallas.
Bold or bold?
It was pretty bold.
Oh, okay.
I mean...
Yeah. I'm definitely going to try that there.
Definitely try that. And then my number 3 this week is The Farce by, who is that? It's Room 101.
Yeah, Room 101.
I'm a fan of that whole line.
Yeah, I'm learning about it. I'm really learning about it.
It's a pretty large line,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it makes a difference, but the one I had was the one with the red flower and the red writing. And anyway, they have a pretty large line. I'd like to try those the whole line, because so far they've knocked it out of the park on all the ones I've had.
I've tried too. And it's not, each one of them has a different profile, a different taste. The construction is still the same, which is great. Like you said, a stack of dimes on the end of it. But each one has its own different particular taste profile.
Right.
And I've been loving that, man. A lot of them have some good spices. I love spice. I love that pepper and white pepper.
But it's nice to see somebody do something different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy a good spice from time to time.
But they don't, I got you.
But I don't want to get burned out. Because I did that.
Yeah, you sure did.
I was smoking the full body spicy cigars.
Or
nuclear, exactly. I mean, it was full body every time, and wow, that wears you out.
Yeah, that's when you started to develop your palate and you started tasting different things. And you're like, wait a minute, I kind of like this.
Yeah, and I think that's a progression that a lot of young cigar smokers go through. Mm-hmm. Is they start with what they don't know, and then they kind of explore, and then when they find that spicy pepper bomb, they go, "Oh, yeah, I can taste these profiles." And so this must be a great cigar. Mm-hmm. And what they don't realize is their palate hasn't been developed enough to where they appreciate lots of different blends. You know what I'm saying?
It takes time.
Right.
And you know how we are when we new with things. You start off, then you want to go all the way to the end real quick. But there's a progression through that.
It's a journey.
Oh, yes. And if you take the journey the correct way, you learn how to distinguish and appreciate everything that every cigar has to offer for you, because they'll take you on rides if you allow them.
Absolutely,
if you allow them.
And don't think that you're educated, because there's so much more to learn, even at our stage. You know what I mean,
man?
And that's one of the reasons why we love trying new cigars, because it's a different part of the journey.
It's a journey, and you'll never make it to the end, because I promise you, as soon as you think, I smoked almost everything, then somebody else new will come out with something that is a bomb.
Right.
And you're like, well, where did that come? Because they're developing every day. It's the 20s and the 30s are gone when everybody wanted Cuban cigars.
Oh yeah.
There's Dominican,
those
Nicaraguan, Mexican. They're everywhere. everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a cigar that I got in the My Monthly Cigar Club box, the Eroa 20 year. Dude, we got to find some of those. That was an amazing stick.
Okay.
And I don't know where we can find those, but we're on the hunt.
Okay.
If I find some of those, I'm going to buy one for me and one for you.
Will I get to smoke it?
Yes. You know, it's funny because when I told Sean something about a cigar, he was like, well, hopefully I'll get to smoke it.
Yeah.
Because every time you get one for you and Bryant, you smoke both of them. And I'm like, hey, you know, I didn't see Bryant soon enough. So hey, when I get you a cigar, there's a clock ticking.
Then let me know. You won't even let me know.
Well, then you be showing up. Hey, guys, we've got Al Roman from the Good Cigar.
Yes, great guy.
And
great
Melissa.
Guy.
And Melissa. We're going to have them both on.
Yes.
And so we got a great interview with them coming up next. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Hey guys, thanks for hanging through the break. We have two very special guests with us today. We've got the co-host and host of The Good Cigar, and I don't know which one's which. So we have Al and Melissa Roman. So how are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Great, Rob. So thank you so much for having us on the show.
Oh, man, we've been talking about having you guys on forever, and it's like it just never has happened. And finally, it was like, you know what? We got to do this. Just block out a time and let's make it happen. So thank you guys for taking the time to join us today. You know, I'm a big fan of the show that you guys do. I'm a big fan of the YouTube channel that you do. So let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Tell everybody where they can find The Good Cigar.
Well, you can find us on thegoodcigar.com and also the Instagram, The Good Cigar, and our YouTube is The Good Cigar. And if you go on for our podcast, which is The Good Cigar Podcast, you do a search on Spotify, Google, Apple, Breaker, Stitcher.
So we're everywhere.
We're pretty much everywhere. You pull in the Good Cigar Podcast, you're going to see our little skull symbol, and you're going to be able to hear us and get to us on Instagram.
Well, speaking of that, where did the logo come from? Because I love your logo. Who did the artwork on that?
I did the artwork.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, thank you, sir. The logo, you know, when I started doing the YouTube videos, we always have Melissa and I love skulls and skeletons, and
yeah, we found that out earlier. She has a whole closet full.
She has a lot of skeletons in that closet, and whenever I did the YouTube video, there's always a skeleton somewhere in there, and I kind of named him T-Bone, and that kind of led on to the symbol in our logo to have him on there, and I love it. And it's kind of a nod to Doctor Who, and also just the coolness of the old, you know, kind of feeling of Casablanca, you know, in a smoky room.
Well, I was going to ask you about the fez, because I didn't know if you were a Mason or one of those monkeys that play music.
It's the monkey, yeah.
It's probably more of door number 2.
I got you.
Yes, to answer the next question, Al does wear a fez around the house all the time.
Is he in a smoking jacket like Hugh Hefner?
Well, a version of, We found a pirate jacket in New Orleans, and that's the perfect smoking jacket for him.
Oh, we got to see pictures of this pirate jacket.
Oh, I can show you.
Thank you.
We'll get them out.
So, Melissa, this is like, I mean, let's just say, how long have you guys been doing the show now?
We started in December of last year.
I'm sorry. I thought I said Melissa.
You did.
Melissa, do you always have to put up with this? I mean.
Absolutely. Do you know how many times a day I'm told to be quiet?
Well, not on this show. Not on this show.
Thank you.
So, Melissa, how long have y'all been doing the show?
We started in December, and it was questionable about whether or not I would be on the show. We played around with it. He actually had some other people join in, and it just seemed to be the chemistry. Obviously, we love each other. We've been together for 17 years or 18 years now. So the
just
chemistry.
To make a point, for murder, you can get off in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
You've not been paroled. We're not on a break, so put up with it. But our chemistry just seems to work. I think, you know, we enjoy each other's company, and it's a chance to sit out and have a cigar, take a break, catch up on the week. So it's nice.
How did I know Al was smoking cigars before you started, right?
No, actually,
Well,
nope.
I stand corrected.
Yep. When we met, I was a cigarette smoker, and he had his stepson, or his son was 8, 9 at the time, and I didn't want to smoke around him, so I weaned myself off of cigarettes by smoking cigars on the weekend.
Oh, nice.
And that's how Al got hooked on cigars.
Wow.
So I like that. I like a woman who smokes cigars, and he really enjoyed that too. So that was how that took off. And then my brother-in-law got him hooked on Good Cigars. So it was a team effort. Team effort for sure.
It was.
Nice.
I'd have a cigar maybe once or twice a year. And then when she started doing it, I was like, oh, I really like cigars. Of course, I was smoking the, Black and Mild and backwoods kind of.
Now, could you imagine going back and smoking one of those now?
No, and I feel for Bryant having to smoke one when he lost the bet with a cigar pulpit.
I don't feel for him at all. You know what? I don't. You make bets like that, then you have to pay up when you lose.
Yeah.
I don't make bets like that. If it's going to be a bet regarding cigars, I'm going to buy you a nice cigar, and if I win, you're going to buy me a nice cigar. I don't play that backwoods game.
No, I like that bet better.
Here, hang on. Hand me the pen. I'm going to write that down. Got it.
There you go. So how long has Melissa been on the show? Was she on the show originally, or did that kind of evolve? How did that come about?
She was on the show originally, but she was going to be, for just getting out and going, she was going to be on the show. And my buddy was like, I want to do this. But the chemistry, although he did a great job helping me out on a couple shows, Melissa, her and I, it's like we should be mic'd up. She said, we should be mic'd up all the time because the crap that we say all the time, that's funny stuff. And I went, you know what? I want you on the show. And it's really funny. What really was her driving force is we were starting out the business, and we went to the bank, and the bank said, and I'll mention it, it was Wells Fargo. Just start up a business account. And Wells Fargo, I said, all we're doing is social media, and we're talking about cigars. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. You're talking about tobacco. We're not going to do it. Well, this little one here.
Did you say also, not only are we talking about it, we're smoking it?
That's right. And they were not having it.
Al had to drag me out of the bank.
Yeah, she was like, this is just wrong. How can you be so much?
I bet she didn't use the word wrong.
No, it was, we're going to go to jail if I don't get her out of here now.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So after that, she was like, I'm doing the show because I want to say what I want to say. I said, well, it's our show, dear. We can talk about whatever you want.
And I love that because I'm going to be honest with you. I listened to the show with her, and then I listened to the show with your friend, and it was great. But the dynamic between you and Melissa is really spot on.
It really is. We have such a great time together anyway, and spending that time together and enjoying a good cigar and a good libation. I mean, that's time I can't get back anywhere else. And I love to make her laugh. And she makes me laugh all the time. So many times, whether she's hiccuping or just making her smart ass comments during the show,
or standing up and falling all over the equipment.
Oh, those were good times.
Good times. Hey, I've been there. So let's tell everybody. I assume that you guys are smoking cigars.
We are smoking
a lot
cigars.
of cigars.
Let's talk about what you guys are smoking today.
I'm smoking right now. I'm smoking the Nova Sultan. That is such a great, smooth, good cigar.
That whole Nova line is a very smooth line.
It is. They're made in the Dominican, but they use some Nicaraguan in there, and they use different wrappers, and every one of their Vietolas is a different cigar. So that's one of the uniqueness things about it as well too. And we've really fallen in love with them.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Cleo is awesome, and I don't remember which Nova is the name of it that I love, but it almost looks like a flying pig. Which one is that?
Oh, that's the Perfecto. That's my number one favorite cigar right now.
That's a great cigar, man. That's really a great cigar. Now, Melissa, which one do you like?
Oh, well, my favorite's the X, the Leo X. But right now I'm smoking the Congress.
Okay.
So, and we'll preface this with, this is what Al gave me.
Oh,
Al's humidors are under lock and key. So it's what he allows me to smoke. What am I allowed to smoke today, baby? Well, I'm going to give you the Leo Congress. Or
you know what? You got to
Congress.
respect a man that has his principles.
Right. Yeah.
Here's the thing, Melissa, you have to get your own humidor.
Oh, Rob, that is a great idea.
No, I'm just saying that way.
No, that's great.
You have your cigars and he doesn't tell you what you're smoking. You tell him this is what I'll be smoking on the show.
No, see, she makes it sound like she's got it so bad, right? But I don't. If I brought her out something, I should go, "What is this?" And if it's too strong, she'll put it down and go, "All right, you finish it up," because I didn't care for that one. So I know she's going to want the Congress and the Leo X. And if she wants something else, I'll go get it.
He does.
So he's watching over for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I light and cut her cigar. So
yeah, and he asked me, what are you in the mood for today? How adventurous are you feeling?
I'm the one that needs the sympathy here.
Well, wait a minute. I know approximately how many cigars you have and how many humidors you have. Melissa, you could just walk over to whichever humidor and say, from now on, this one's mine.
This one's mine,
and everything
exactly.
in it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to lay down the law because, there's no room in this house for any more cigars. The liquor cabinet is not under lock and key. Maybe it should be, but the humidors are all locked up. So we need to
only from what I've seen and heard, Al should have the lock and key for the liquor cabinet.
Exactly.
Maybe she needs a little more editing on that one.
And you should probably give me the lock and key for the cigars.
Yeah.
I think that's a match made in heaven right there. So I'm going to say what I'm smoking. I'm actually smoking the 1964 Family Reserve 85th year anniversary Padron.
Wow.
Oh my God, that is such a great cigar.
It really is. I've had these in the humidor for a while, and I thought, you know what? Perfect time hanging out with Al and Melissa. I'm going to fire this bad boy up.
That is awesomeness. That is one of my favorite ones as well. I've just never had a bad Padron. Just ever, never.
True.
They're just always just great. How long have you been aging it in there?
I've actually only been aging it for this week, but it's been aging. It's been aging at the cigar shop, this whole box, for several months.
Excellent.
You held on to it as long as you could, huh?
Well, 3 days. That's a long time for me to hang on to a cigar.
I was about to say, I can't believe you lasted that long, Rob.
I know, right? So, I know on the segments that y'all do, one of the segments that y'all do is a segment for Melissa that is this or that. Is that what you call it?
We call it the Ask Melissa.
Ask Melissa.
Oh my.
Well, I changed it up to be this or that.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm bracing myself.
So we're going to do it a little different, though. We're going to play the game. I'm going to ask Melissa, and then we're going to ask Al a separate set of questions, kind of. And then it's going to be a competition. I'm going to judge. I'll be the judge on the answers to see who the winner is.
Okay. I'm ready.
Oh, I'm still going to win.
And the
Do I have to
winner,
buzz in or anything?
the winner is, no, you have your own questions. He'll have his own question. But the winner of the competition, so to speak, is going to get a Aladino Maduro box pressed 6x46.
Oh my goodness.
I'm in.
That is greatness.
Dude, have you had that cigar?
I have, and I've only had one, man,
It's
and I
a
absolutely
really
love it.
nice stick. Yeah, it really is. Okay, Melissa, first question. Habano or Maduro?
Maduro.
Very nice. Wine or bourbon?
Wine. And I'll tell you why. I can drink more wine than I can bourbon.
Well, that's how I always pick what I'm drinking too.
Yeah.
What can I drink the most of?
Exactly.
Okay, bald or mullet?
Oh, bald, please. No
Good
mullet
answer,
ever.
Larry. Good answer.
All right, Melissa, road trip or resort?
Road trip.
Very nice.
To a resort.
Oh, no.
I want to see stuff on the way, but so long as Al is driving.
Right.
I don't want to have to. Right. I'd like to nap on the way to the resort.
Now, when you're driving somewhere together, now I'm asking this to Al, is she a good navigator, a co-pilot, or are you constantly doing the wrong thing?
No, if it's a long drive, she goes to sleep in like 10 minutes.
Okay,
And then
so
I'm
that's the
stuck
kind
by
of
myself.
navigator you've got with you. Okay.
And and I'm really good with like north, south, east, and west. And so normally I have to navigate myself.
You were always lost.
But I have my GPS.
You were always lost. You just wake me up when we get to the town where we need to be, and I will tell you where we need to go. And I don't even have to look at a map. I'm like, you need to turn left at the next light.
She doesn't need a GPS. She's really good about that when she's awake.
If I've been there once, I can get there again.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see how our car conversations go.
Hey, I understand completely, except for me, I don't think of when I'm going from point A to point B, I don't go the shortest route. I just meander my way and we get there. And my wife is spot on. This is the way we need to go. So she's always telling me that I'm going the wrong way. And I'm like, there is no wrong way. If we end up where we want to go, then we went the way you're supposed to go. You know what I mean? I don't really think that there's a right way and a wrong way. As long as you're enjoying the time in the car with whoever you're with or your music, you're just going.
Yeah, even if it takes you 8 hours to get to the grocery store 20 minutes away.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. My wife it flips her out to me driving because I'll even ask her, I'm like, we're fixing to pull out of this parking lot. Which way would you go, left or right? And she's like, I'd go right. And then we'd make a left and then go up. And I'm like, no, we're going to go left here.
It sounds like he's doing that to irritate her, just to irritate her.
Yeah, she would kill me.
And that sounds very familiar.
No, because that's how I drive all the time. I'm like, I'm just like, I don't think of the shortest route. I want to take the fun route.
My favorite day of all is just picking out a map, finding a town that we've never been to around here, and heading there. We went
I don't like to pull out a map. I don't like to go on GPS. In fact, last weekend when we went up to Dallas, me and a good friend drove up from Abilene, and the GPS was like, make a U-turn. You're going the wrong way. And I was like, you don't know how we're going to get there.
Yeah, I noticed because your time, we met you in Frisco, and we're like, that's going to be, 9:30. And it ended up being like 11. And I was like, yeah, Rob took the scenic route.
We did take the scenic route. We stopped off at a really cool little liquor store in the middle of nowhere. And see, if we would have went on the interstate, we would have never found that liquor.
Yeah.
So, all right, Al, we're ready for your questions now. This or that, an acid or a Perdomo?
Oh, Perdomo, all the way Perdomo.
That was a softball question.
Yeah, that was.
Now, this one's a little more serious. Tequila or scotch?
Oh, tequila. All day long tequila. I'm such a huge tequila fan.
I knew you were a tequila fan, but I didn't know that you preferred it over scotch.
Yes, and scotches just aren't, I like a good scotch, but not as much. They tend to sometimes just kind of bother my system a little bit. So,
really?
Yeah, but tequila never does. Tequila is always faithful to me.
Okay, cool. Next question, bald or bald?
Bald. I do like the Brazilian.
I figured you were going bald, so.
I mean, the cigars.
Yeah.
Baby.
So, do you prefer to fly or drive?
Oh, fly, baby. Put me on a plane. Except now, I think it's going to be driving because they just took away the alcohol in plane flights.
Why?
Because something to do with their exposure to the coronavirus.
They're limiting the exposure between a flight attendant and serving alcohol.
So, I think that the mistake there is that if you're going to be on a flight, they shouldn't say no alcohol. They should say it's BYOB.
Yeah, we're going to put that to the test.
They won't let you. No, they say specifically you cannot.
What about a glass? I wanted water during the flight. I got to go 3 hours without water on a flight. Long flight.
They will serve you water.
So what's the difference between that and the alcohol?
They will serve you water, but not a bourbon?
I don't think they want you to lower your mask.
I'm going to have to lower it to drink my water.
They figure water is an emergency situation.
But the alcohol is going to kill any virus in my mouth and around.
And I could have a bourbon with a straw going up under my mask.
Yeah, I could do that too.
There you go. It would have to be a paper straw, Rob.
What, a paper straw?
I'm just saying.
I don't follow because I've never used it. I've never seen a paper straw. So, all right. So based on those answers, Melissa, unfortunately, I'm going to let you know that you are the winner of the Maduro.
Score!
Outstanding.
So
I never doubted it for a minute.
So what do you guys got going on coming up next week for your show?
Next week on the show, we've got a lady from Macanudo Cigars,
Oh, nice.
Lauren, and she's one of their sponsors, and she's one of the representatives from Macanudo. And then we also have Nick from My Monthly Cigars going to be on the show this next week.
Okay, cool, man. I've talked to Nick several times. He's a very good dude, and we're a fan of the My Monthly Cigars. In fact, last month I got a box of My Monthly Cigars. Did you smoke the Aero, or is it Eroa 20-year anniversary or 20-year something?
No, I just got my first box here just yesterday.
Well, let me tell you what, that Eroa 20-year was freaking amazing.
I have heard good things about
Dibs.
that.
I'm calling dibs.
Yeah, it was solid, man. And I didn't even look up this. I'd never even heard of the cigar, and so I saved it for last because I knew that it was going to be the best cigar in the box. And I definitely was not disappointed. I was blown away, to be honest with you. And I was just like, I got to find more of these because I've never heard of them. I've never seen them. And bam, it was awesome.
I think that's a great thing about the cigar clubs is to try something you haven't tried or in a different area. And that's what we like about the show is meeting and talking to people all around and trying out cigars that I would have never heard of just in my little area. But you make contacts and you talk to people and you go, hey, you got to try this cigar. Someone says, hey, you can try this. And that's just the way the social media has come around with the podcast and all, and getting to meet people is just astounding because I've got to try so many good cigars.
Get you out of your rut.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I know I definitely get in ruts where I smoke a lot of the same cigar. And when I get an opportunity, just like last weekend when we went up to Dallas, I went to Enfuegos, and man, I took home a suitcase full of cigars because they had so many cigars that I had never had a chance to smoke before.
Yeah, so Enfuegos is one of our favorite haunts to go to. We love the Enfuegos, and they have such a good selection.
And dude, they have a great discount program.
Yes, they do.
If you spend $100, they give you 20% off.
Yeah.
And so, dude, I cleaned house while I was up there. And have you smoked the Perdomo ESVs?
Yes, I've got 2 boxes of ESVs. I went on the Perdomo tour.
How come I haven't come over to your house?
I keep telling you, I've got like liquor and cigars. Yeah, I'll pick one out for you, a cigar. You get one.
Wow. Wow. You know what? It sounds like I'll need, you know how many cigars I smoke. I'll have to bring my own.
I'll hook you up, Rob.
Thank you. And so what do you guys got going on the YouTube channel?
We're going to start pushing out more YouTube, and I've got a new soundboard, which is going to allow me to do more than what we were doing before. And so we're going to start doing some more live shows, and videoing it on the YouTube, doing some live YouTube as well.
Awesome.
With us being back here, because we've had a big request for that people want to see us smoking and drinking. I'm like,
he has a new toy.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to be doing that anyway, so I can put the camera on.
Now, who's going to be controlling the soundboard?
That would be
Al, for sure.
That would be me.
I thought Melissa was going to take care of all the sound quality and all that.
It would just be her.
No, I show up and he hands me a glass and he hands me a cigar and I'm good.
That sounds exactly like me and Bryant. Bryant shows up, I hand him a drink and a cigar, and he's happy, and we have a good time, and then he goes home.
Yeah, see, it's the same thing here. I cut and let her cigar and pour her drink.
And sometimes Bryant even gets topless.
See, I want to see that live. I would pay money to see that live.
We're planning on having a pay-per-view for that. It's not going to be cheap.
The cigar talk after hours.
There you go. That's right.
Night Owl Theater.
Yeah, Night Owl Theater.
So you guys have been married for 18 years. Let's go back. Where did you guys meet? How did you guys meet?
Oh, it was a blind date.
Really? A blind date.
We have a mutual friend of ours, and we had talked on the phone a couple times, but never got to meet up.
Now, how old were you guys back then?
I was.
No, because he can do math. Don't tell him. It was 17 years ago, and that's really all he needs to know.
Okay, so you were like 10. Is that what you're saying?
We'll just say I was 20, in my 20s.
Okay.
Maybe.
So the question is, the mutual friend, are y'all still friends with that person?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure that like that person's not welcome in your home anymore after hooking y'all up.
No.
We actually call him every year on our anniversary.
We do, and tell him thank you.
Very nice.
He had picked me up. We were going to go out. He said, "Hey, we're going to go to a bar, Love War in Texas, in Plano." And he goes, "Hey, she's there." And I said, "All right, she knows I'm coming, right? She knows I'm going to be there." "Oh yeah, she knows you're coming.
No,
she knows you're there."
not.
And she had no idea.
She didn't know. Wow.
She did not know. And so we sat, drank, and then we played. They have washer game, sort of like toss washers out back. And we were playing, and I let her win. And
I kicked your butt.
She kicked my ass. She did. And but I knew when I saw her sashay down to go pick up her washer, I said, "That is the girl for me."
Yeah.
I wore a skirt to play washers in.
She wore a little mini skirt.
Now, did you know you were going to be playing washers?
No, I had no idea.
No, I meant Melissa. I don't know.
No.
Because you wore a skirt and you're playing washers, so I didn't know if you were trying to pick up men or if it just happened to be turned out that way.
I just come from work, so. It was just,
now, Melissa, where are you originally from?
East Texas. I'm born and raised in Texas, Garland. So.
Well, East Texas. Narrow it down a little bit.
I went to high school in Quinlan, Texas.
Quinlan. Now, is that like northern, middle, or southern east?
It's south of Tyler. It's closer to Texas or to Dallas than Tyler.
So it's kind of like between Tyler and Nacogdoches, maybe.
Closer to Dallas.
Palestine.
I'd have a hard time finding it on a map. It's so tiny. Lake Tawakoni.
Like how many people lived in that town?
I think we had 70 people in my graduating class.
Wow. So probably about 300 or 400.
Yeah. And I have not been back since I graduated. The night that I graduated, I left town.
Wow.
So, yeah. I got my diploma. I'm out of here. Bye.
Well, and you've never been back?
No reason.
Wow. So Al, where are you originally from?
I grew up in Irving, Texas, South Irving.
Okay. I didn't realize that. For some reason, I thought you were probably from Chicago or something. It's because of all those damn hats you wear. It's because of all those hats.
I do have a nice haberdashery, brother.
Yes,
very nice haberdashery.
You do. And so you grew up in Irving. How long have you guys been up in the Prosper area? Or Ponder, not Prosper.
No.
Yeah, no Prosper. Yeah, we're in Prosper.
Okay.
Right before this, we were in Plano. So since we've been married, we got married and we lived in Plano, and then we moved to Prosper here about 11 years ago, which is just north of Plano and Frisco.
Well, the great thing about your area, man, is you have so many cigar shops to go to.
And they're so cigar friendly in this area too, as well. There's still places you can go eat and you can go outside and have a cigar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's still places there that are allowing you to do that, especially in this metroplex, this Dallas-Fort Worth area. Man, it's just a great place to be, especially for the cigar lounges. There's so many of them that they're still on our map of hey, we got to go here. We've got to get out here to do these more.
That Enfuego you went to, the Enfuego you went to last weekend, that is our haunt. That's where we go.
Oh, I like that shop a lot. Mm-hmm. And so the only restaurant that I know of in West Texas that you could smoke a cigar after you're done eating, unfortunately, this is not a promo for them because I'm not really that big of a fan. But I'll tell you what, I go there and eat just so I can go out on the patio afterwards and smoke a cigar. Mm-hmm. It's Buffalo Wild Wings in Brownwood, Texas. That is the only place. In Brownwood, Texas, they actually have an outdoor patio that you can go out and smoke a cigar after you eat. And so when I'm in Brownwood, and this is pre-COVID, of course, but I will go there just because I know I can smoke a cigar because nobody else has a patio where you can smoke.
Yeah, that's a shame. And there needs to be more and more of that because it's cigars are such a great social event. You see somebody smoking a cigar. I see someone at a restaurant or someplace out smoking a cigar. I want to go talk to them just because I know they're smoking cigars and enjoying.
Automatic conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I take that back. There is another place just south of Abilene, closer to Buffalo Gap, called Perini's. Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, so Tom Perini is world famous for steaks. In fact, he caters for George W. Bush's ranch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they actually have a runway outside of the restaurant. People fly in.
Wow, that would be so cool. Can I get a plane?
Yeah, he's a big cigar smoker, and so you can go out and smoke after a dinner there, and it's a really nice, laid back. And I mean, even though it's a steakhouse, it's like country style. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's only like we go into Fort Worth, the Riata. You can smoke cigars up top on the rooftop up there and get a great dinner.
Well, speaking of the Riata, you know that's owned by Al McAuliffe.
Yes, I do. Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, I'm going to say that the Riata is one of the best restaurants I've ever been to in my life.
Agreed.
That's agreed. That is just a great place.
Quality service, amazing entrees. Of course, they have great drinks, and they have great coffee. So it's a home run for me. And I had the privilege of having lunch with Al McAuliffe there once, and I was just blown away.
Yeah, that's incredible. Last year when we went to the cigar festival, Cigar and Spirits down there, we ate at the Riata that night on the roof.
Oh, nice.
In the grotto.
Yeah, in the grotto area.
So you ate on the rooftop?
Yeah.
How was that? I didn't get to experience that.
Fantastic.
If you haven't, the view is just amazing up there, and it's just it's huge. I mean, they've got different levels of the roof up there as well. And you can eat, and then there's a place you can go to smoke up there as well. It's just, and you get the same services you do down in the restaurant that brings it up there. So if you have the view of downtown Fort Worth looking at through there, it's really, really beautiful.
Nice.
Well, the next time you come to town, Rob, it's not as good, but in Dallas, they have a place called Chamberlain's. They have a good steak, and we'll take you. They have a cigar lounge.
Oh,
yeah, they
nice.
have a cigar lounge. You
Take you
can
to
actually
dinner.
eat in there where people are smoking cigars and stuff. And they have a great ventilation system. There was never a problem of any of the smoke in there. And they brought our meal into
And the
there.
piano bar.
And they had a piano guy playing at the same time, piano bar playing. That's a spectacular cigar lounge and restaurant.
Well, that sounds like something we're definitely going to have to do. So, and I was talking to you were there last weekend, Al. You met my friend Tim from Lubbock. And so we had such a great time coming up there and getting to hang out with people and smoke cigars because, we haven't been able to do that in forever. And we were like, dude, we got to make another trip soon because that was just too much fun.
That was a blast hanging out with you. That and talking with Sean out there too as well.
Oh, dude. And Sean, did he bring some amazing spirits or what?
Oh my, he made me so jealous about all the stuff he was pulling out of his bag. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, he brought an army duffel bag. I've never seen someone more prepared for drinking than that guy.
I mean, he brought the exact glasses, and he brought round ice cubes with a big round ice cube.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you do that?
And we're out on a patio, and he's pulling out a full bar.
Yeah. Just right there, I was like, I
Hey,
love you.
Let me tell you what, great guy. I mean, just the most kind, knowledgeable guy that I've met in a long time. And I've become a big fan of his real quick.
Me too. Wonderful, man. And he knew his tequilas. That was spot on.
You should be impressed because you're a tequila guy. Yeah, he knows his tequilas.
Yes. Very, very impressed with him. And it was such a great time sitting with everybody there, hanging out and being able to enjoy a cigar with friends out there. That was just magical times. You can't get that time again.
Well, next time, we're not going to get a hotel. We're just coming to stay with you guys.
Hey, bring it, brother. We have
got the
space
patio.
Yep.
As long as you got the patio, that's all I care about.
We've got the Good Cigar Lounge, dude, and you can stay out there. We have hammocks, too, so you can just never...
Let me tell you, back in the day, me and Tim were roommates in St. Louis, and we had a hammock out on the balcony of our apartment, and every weekend, either myself or Tim, one of us would be passing out in that hammock. And you could always tell because someone would be passed out in the hammock, and after about 2 or 3 hours, you just hear a thud because they had fallen out.
All right, I'm next.
Yeah, but we had some great times up there. Well, shoot, man, we want to say thank you so much for taking the time to join us on the show, and we look forward to getting together and smoking cigars again. We really missed you last weekend, Melissa.
Oh, I'm here. Just come on up.
I know you're not a late night owl like we are, so we'll try to make it earlier than 11.
Yeah, let's start now.
Hey, I'm in.
Well, thanks, Rob. Thanks for having us on the show, brother. Such a great time. It's good seeing you two here last week and all. And man, brother, thank you so much for having us on here. Such a honor and privilege, brother, to be on your show.
Oh, well, it's an honor for you to join us. It's definitely not a privilege. We love you guys. We love what you do. And if you haven't checked out the Good Cigar, I highly recommend their show. They're very entertaining. They have a lot of great interviews. And I can just tell you there's only a handful of cigar shows that I listen to, and yours is one of them. So you guys keep up the great work, and I can't wait to come up and get together and spend the evening with you guys, smoking great cigars and drinking some great spirits.
Yes, sir.
The hammock's got your name on it.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Well, thank you guys so much, and we will be talking to you real soon.
All right.
Thanks,
you,
Rob.
Take care. Hey guys, thanks for hanging through the break. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Melissa and Al Roman. Love those guys. Love their show. Go by and check them out if you hadn't had the opportunity yet. Let us know what you think, man. They do audio, they do podcasting, they do video, they do YouTube.
He is a joke too.
He's
Al
a jokester.
He is so funny.
He is
man.
funny. But you know what? I think Melissa's just as funny.
She is, but
in a
I've been
different
around.
way.
Yeah, but I've been around Al more, and he is a dude, man. He's a ball of just.
I was shocked that he's from Texas.
True.
I figured he was from like Chicago. And it's those hats.
Oh,
He's got so many hats.
Just like me.
He looks like he was like in Al Capone's mafia.
Most definitely. He
and
has that
instead,
look.
he's a policeman.
Yeah, just like that's where we are.
It's hard to tell the criminals from the police sometimes.
Stop that. Stop
Yeah,
that.
this isn't the time. That's actually a bad joke. Sorry about that. Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
that. Stop.
So it's time
Yes, let's
for
transition.
the Moose Mountain Goods Coffee giveaway.
Ooh.
And so let's see. I had it pulled up earlier.
Yeah.
And so this week's winner is going to be David Bryant.
I like that last name.
I know you do. I know you do. So if you are David Bryant and your email address has to contain Bell South.
Okay.
And so if you want to be in the drawing each week,
Easy.
all you got to do is go by the website. It's www.cigartalkpodcast.com.
Yes, sir.
Click on the registration link. We ask for your name and email address, and that's it.
And once you enter all the time.
Yeah, and we have a gift
We don't
every week.
Yeah. We don't send out mail trying to, entice you into things,
Dude,
when was the last time you sent something?
I want to say it was like November or October of last year.
That's not what it's about. It's about those that love our show, that want to spend time with us. We want to be able to bless you whenever we can. It's not about anything else. So, people that are members, that have registered, once you register, you're there again. You're there for good. And when we do these drawings, man, people are getting blessed with some things, man.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
nice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice. I wish I was what? No, I don't.
Are you registered?
I had to check. I had to stop. No, I don't. I do want to be a part of this.
Right. Hey, so David Bryant, here's what you have to do. You have to contact us before next Sunday.
At what time?
1800.
I knew you was going to say that.
1800. That's Central Time.
That's
and if
Texas.
you're not military or Texan, that is 6 p.m. Central Time.
He said hundo, man.
Now, in the email that you send us, it has to say Cigar Talk winner in the subject line, and then put your name, mailing address, and then if you want your coffee in beans or if you want them ground, they'll ship them to you either way, and we'll get that shipped out to you ASAP as soon as you send us the email letting us know that you are the winner. So anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to our Patreon members.
Most definitely.
Because you guys support the show every week. We are very thankful. We've actually, you were in St. Louis last week, but me and Tim went up to Dallas and got to hang out with Sean, who is a Patreon member. And we just had a great time. And then, on the Discord, a lot of our Patreons hang out and we get to shoot the breeze with them on a daily basis.
You definitely do.
I mean, always. So we just want to say thank you so much. And for you guys,
You're very appreciative.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
I'm serious,
I mean, we're
man.
humbled by you
yes.
guys taking part. And, you know, the great thing is, like, on the producer level, we have Adam and Sean, and we actually have a meeting with them once a month, and they help come up with ideas for the show. And so one of the ideas that Sean came up with was accessories.
Yes.
So we did a cigar show last week on all the different cutters. Next week, we're going to be talking lighters.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Especially with that new Bugatti sitting in front
Oh
of
man,
you.
I'm digging it, dude.
That new Bugatti sitting in front of you.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
when Paul was over yesterday, he was like, "But that butane is a little high priced. It's $2.99, but it's a big container."
And the thing is, you don't know how many strikes you're going to get out of it because you haven't even used the first one up yet.
No.
So,
And the thing about it is, though, it's fancy.
it is.
And you know what? I'll pay a little
beautiful.
extra for the butane for a lighter that works this good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Every time I've used it, I've had no problems. But anyway, we're going to be talking about lighters next
Gotcha.
week. And there's so many different lighters out there. And there's some great lighters and there's some bad lighters. So we're going to have a list of probably about 20 lighters that we're going to go over, talk about the name brands, talk about the knockoffs. And I tell you what, there's a couple of lighters that are on my radar, but after I got this one, they've dropped down on the importance of the level of the lighter that I want to get.
Because that piece of art that is in front of you,
Yes.
you have taken a different mindset at this moment.
This lighter is made by Bugatti.
Yes, sir.
And it looks as fast as those cars
Oh, it
are.
does, especially when you strike it.
Yeah. So, anyway, guys, that's the end of the show this week. Hope you enjoyed it. And till next time,
Keep smoking.